Hello student, this is your physics lecture delivering by Tale Madam. In this video, we see vibrational magnetometer and related applications. Most of the competitive exam for JEE and NEET, the question are asked from vibrational magnetometer. That related questions we discuss in the next video. What is the vibrational magnetometer? Why it is used? It is used for comparison of magnetic dipole moment and earth magnetic field. This instrument consists of a short bar magnet suspended by fine thread through torsion head. This instrument is enclosed by the glass. To observe the oscillation or vibration of this bar magnet, there are two glass windows. So this simple instrument called as vibrational magnetometer. Now how it works? It works based on the principle that whenever freely suspended magnet in a uniform magnetic field is disturbed from its equilibrium position, it starts vibrating about mean position. What it means? Whenever we suspend a bar magnet freely in air, after some time it comes to rest and it shows a geographic north and south direction that we use for navigation purpose. Why it is stable? How it shows the north and south direction? Due to the earth magnetic field. Here also this bar magnet is initially at the equilibrium due to the uniform magnetic field of earth magnetic field, right? Now after that, if I want to rotate this bar magnet through an angle theta, either clockwise or anti-clockwise, that means if I disturb the equilibrium position of this bar magnet, what will happen? This bar magnet starts oscillating about the mean position, that means about this axis of suspension, that is thread. So whatever this oscillation or the vibration we can observe through this window. So this oscillation, from this oscillation we can measure the time period using the equation which we had derived in the last video, that is the time period, that is the torque acting on magnetic dipole placed in uniform magnetic field, that T is equal to 2 pi square root of I upon MBH. M is the magnetic dipole moment of bar magnet, BH is the horizontal component of earth magnetic field, and I is the moment of inertia of the short bar magnet about its axis. Here moment of inertia of the short bar magnet is considered as uniform rod, okay, and the moment of inertia about the center of uniform rod is fixed, that is WL square by 12, where W is the mass of bar magnet, okay. So this moment of inertia of the rod is considered. Now where we used? It is used to determine the magnetic moment of magnet. If I want to measure any magnetic dipole moment of other magnet, just place that magnet inside the vibrational magnetometer and measure the time period T. So T is equal to 2 pi square root of I upon MBH. I is fixed, whatever BH horizontal component is fixed, so square root both the side, we get M equal to 4 pi square I upon BH T square. So this is how we can measure the magnetic moment of a bar magnet. Next, we can use vibrational magnetometer to compare the horizontal component of earth magnetic field at two places. For that we use the same time period equation. Since I is same, because the moment of inertia of bar magnet is same and the bar magnet we are considered same to measure both the places, so its dipole moment is also same. So how it measure? So fix any place, at that place put the vibrational magnetometer, measure its rotation or the time period, okay, and note the time period. We know as time period T square is inversely proportional to BH, we first measure the time period at first place, then put that vibrational magnetometer at another place where we have to compare. So measure the time period. So using this relation, as time period is inversely proportional to BH, using this relation we can compare the horizontal component of earth magnetic place at two places, okay. Next, we can use vibrational magnetometer to compare the magnetic moment of two magnets of same size and same mass, okay. We can compare the magnetic moment. How? Whenever we use the time period equation, we know I, the moment of inertia, is same and horizontal component same. So how it is related? It is M is inversely proportional to 1 upon time period. So place one magnet whose magnetic dipole moment we have to measure find its oscillation, number of oscillation and time period of oscillation. Next, put another magnet whose magnetic dipole moment we want to compare and measure the time period of oscillation and use this relation, so we can easily compare the magnetic moments of two magnets of the same size and same mass. So it is also used for compare the magnetic moments by sum and difference method. This one is the another method. In the sum method, the two magnets we are considered. Whenever we put the two magnets in the sum method, that is, its magnetic dipole moments are in the same direction. When the two, as magnetic dipole moment is vector quantity, when the two vector quantities are along the same direction, we just add. So net magnetic moment of both the magnet is m1 plus m2. Now, how we find its moment of inertia? The moment of inertia is about its axis. Okay, it is upward. So, the moment of inertia of the both bar magnet is upward. So, total or net moment of inertia is some method is I1 plus I2. Right? Now, what is the time period of oscillation? The time period of oscillation of this pair in the earth magnetic field, that is BH, is Ts. In the sum method, time period is 2 pi square root of Is, that is the sum method, net moment of inertia upon net magnetic moment into BH. Now put the values of Is and Ms in the equation, we get the time period in the sum method. Now what is the frequency? We know frequency is 1 upon time. So 1 upon 2 pi, reverse it, inverse it, square root of m1 plus m2 upon I1 plus I2 is the frequency. Okay. So this is how we can find time period as well as frequency in the sum method. Now what is the difference method? In the difference method, whatever the two bar magnets are in opposite, magnetic dipole moment of bar magnets are in opposite direction. When the two vector quantities are opposite direction, we take its difference, so it is called difference method. So what is the net magnetic dipole moment? It is m1 minus m2. Here m1 is considered larger one. Okay, magnetic dipole moment m1 minus m2. So what is its net inertia? About it, net inertia is at its center about its axis, so it is along the same direction. So in difference method also net moment of inertia is same, that is I1 plus I2. Now what is the time period of oscillation? Time period of oscillation is, put the value of Id and Md in this equation, we get its time period of oscillation. And frequency is 1 upon this time period, just put the values, we get its frequency. Next, take the ratio of both time period in sum method and time period in difference method. Okay, so this is the equation, we get square root of m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m2, other quantities will get cancelled. Okay, so m1 by m2, square this, square take the square root both the side and arrange, we get m1 by m2 is equal to td square plus ts square, td square minus ts square. Okay, from this we can write the equation of frequency also. So whatever this equation we use while solving the example, so you have to remember the equation. Next, another use application of the vibrational magnetometer is to find the ratio of magnetic field, earth magnetic field. Suppose it is required to find ratio of B by BH, that is magnetic field by earth magnetic field, where B is the field created by magnet. If I place the other magnet near to that short bar magnet, the B is created, and BH is already present horizontal component of earth magnetic field. Now how we determine? For that, in the first condition, to determine this, consider a primary main magnet is made to first oscillate in earth magnetic field. Okay, first take that primary magnet, and this primary magnet first rotate or disturb in the earth magnetic field and measure its time period. Okay, now whatever this time period is measured and frequency we are note down. Next, in the second method, now a secondary magnet is placed near the primary magnet. Okay, now to create the external magnetic field, place another magnet, secondary magnet, near to this primary magnet. Now when we place this secondary magnet near the primary magnet, the magnetic field is generated, which is addition B plus BH. Now this magnet is also rotated or disturb this magnet about its mean position and measure or observe the time period of oscillation, and that time period of oscillation is considered T dash. But here what is the magnetic field? It is B, the magnetic field due to the secondary magnet as well as magnetic field due to the horizontal earth component. So what is its frequency? 1 upon time period. Okay, take the ratio B upon BH, we get nu dash, that is frequency of second method, V dash nu dash upon nu bracket square minus 1. So these are some of the applications, some of the equation we use or we compare while solving the examples. Thank you.